Hello Eternum and welcome to KOTT News, Eternum's #1 source for news, and this is the War Report. Dynamic change in the history of Eternum last night as the forces of the Shot Callers capture the keep and conquer the medicinal hot springs of Ebonscale Reach. And the hero-worshipping Zealots of the Outcasts convert the keep and take control of the eastern trade routes through the peat moss bog of Weaver's Fen. KOTT News were otherwise occupied elsewhere last night, but I assure you it was for a good reason. KOTT News were able to catch up with Shot Caller's leadership in Ebonscale later, but were met with no comment. Quickly to the weather for today, and all 4 regions hold the line against the corruption, making for a beautiful afternoon for crafting today. But once more, the corruption forces will try again tonight, throwing themselves against the island's invasion response forces in 30% of the regions. 4 more lineup submissions for Simulated Fantasy Combat Resolution tonight, brought to you by LARPco. Remember, if it isn't LARPco, it is cardboard. Up first, the Marauders of Leo Invictus attack the Covenant hero worshippers of the Outcasts for control of the rain-drenched mountain region of Morningdale. The Marauders of Leo Invictus continue their whirlwind tour across the island in their effort to capture a region and call it their home. The Zealots of the Outcasts, with multiple engagements to contend with tonight, will have to decide what side of the island they want to control by night's end. Meanwhile, the Syndicate members of PK Warband assault the Zealots of the Outcasts for crowning kingdom of the Western Monarch's Bluff. PK Warband taking advantage of the opportunity to put pressure on the Outcast as well tonight. Seek to squeeze out the Outcast presence on the island's western coastline. With all the action for the Outcast to choose between, it's unlikely that they'll commit forces to both defenses when an offensive opportunity is available in the east as well. Meanwhile still, the Syndicate members of C is for Company Perms attack the Marauders of HBM for control of the recently settled region of Eden Grove. C is for Company Perms journey into the newly settled region and attempt to dislodge the Marauders' presence from the island once again. But will they be distracted by their other defensive efforts? HBM forces completely focused on the training opportunities presented in the Northern Grove, fighting with a sense of urgency now that they're the sole Marauder representation of the island. Simultaneously, the Covenant converts of the Outcasts assail the Syndicate members of C is for Company Perms for control of the Master Fishing Delta of Reekwater. If the Outcasts wish to dominate the eastern edge of the island, they'll be committing their gurus to this fight to ensure the dominance of their apostles across the eastern shorelines. But C is for Company Perms may have something to say about that. Despite being otherwise occupied in the distant north, surely they can't let this group of zealots acquire such a dominant position on the island. We'll have any late-breaking outcomes and reactions from the citizens tonight at 11. Until then, this has been War Correspondent JChalant, KOTT News.